Would you ever take ayahuasca or DMT or any of those things?
So I did ayahuasca before it was cool. So I did it when I was like 17 or whatever it was. And that time it wasn't. At that time, I did it in Costa Rica, I think it was at that time. Yeah. And it wasn't cool then. It wasn't trendy. I tried it out. I thought it was awesome. But this is the interesting bit. So a lot of people ask me that question and I read this awesome book recently called Gary Weber, PhD, who wrote a book called Beyond Thought. And there they measured across a study the feelings of pleasure across sex, psychedelics, and the non-dual state. And they found that, let me get this right because I don't want to say it wrong. Gary Weber, when they ranked the pleasure potential and the pleasure experience from each of these three, sexual orgasm ranked at 8, psychedelics ranked at 9.5, and the non-dual state, or what Taoists would call something different, Buddhists would call something different, Krishna consciousness, whatever you want to name it, that was ranked as 10 out of 10. So the actual, even scientifically proven version of experiencing pleasure, the highest form was through meditation, and highest form was through reaching a non-dual state. So for me, my thoughts on this is, I'm not against it. I don't think it's a bad thing. I don't stop anyone from doing it. My thing is, anything that happens from an external item or something that's induced from something external never feels like you earned it. It never feels like you got there yourself. And hence you become a dependent person on that experience. Whereas when you've built something, it's your experience to go back to at any point. And the thing I love about that is that there's this awesome part in this movie called Limitless, where Robert De Niro is talking to Bradley Cooper, and Bradley Cooper's taking a pill to be limitless. And Robert De Niro goes, you know what? I know you've taken something. I know you think you're smarter than you are, but because you haven't worked for it, you don't know how to use it. And therefore you will fall down, therefore you will fail. And it's such an interesting, and I feel the same way, that any experience that's coming from anything external, we will feel insecure when we don't have it. Whereas when you've meditated and you've really worked hard at building those experiences and that discipline and going deep, you can access that at any point in your life. And that's the beauty of doing it yourself, to get there yourself.
That's good. And I see why why you cited Stoicism as one of your interests or formative philosophical influences, because there is a degree of asceticism and denial in that, and that denial is not meant to be self-punishing or self-flagellating, but actually a way of accessing a truth that, as you have wonderfully described, not dependent on external coordinates or stimulation. Thanks for watching this podcast and going all the way to the end of it. Would you so kind as to click the bell, might not be there, over there, and subscribing, so that we can infiltrate your serenity and peace of mind with jangling bells and buzzes. Thank you.